DataWeave Fun, and I am Shyamraj Prasad. So today I am going to cover all the exercises which is available on the DataWeave editor. So online tutorials. So here you can see like it has all the introductions, then basic concepts, and these are the things. And every sections at the end there will be one exercise. So today I'm going to solve that exercise. Okay. So let's see the first one, like what is DataWeave. So DataWeave is a programming language designed for the transforming data. So in this one there is no exercise, so I'm skipping this one. In this one you can see like Miami types. So here at the end you can see like we have to modify uh, modify the script so that CSV output includes the header. So here you can see like we have header called first name, last name, and age. But here in the output you can see like there is no header. So here you can see one tag is there like header is equal to false, and if we make it as true, then a header will be included into the output. Let's try it out. Okay. I will mark it as true. Then here you can see like first name, last name, and age. And here you can see like we got green check mark that is filled in, and here also you can see that check mark is added. So this exercise is solved. So just if you have to include the header in the CSV, you have to just add the tag as header is equal to true. Let's go to the next one. So here you can see like now modify the output so that the JSON is transformed into a YML instead of CSV. So here you can see like we are getting like output into the CSV format. So we have to change into that. Uh, so just we will go and type application.yaml. So here you can see like this one is converted into the YML format, and here you can see like first name John, last name Smith, age is 45, first name Jane. So here you can see like this one is also solved. Let's go into the next section. So here you can see like the first one is string. So uh, we can use the type of so that it can there is an exercise called you have to use type of so that it will produce the string instead. So here you can see like it is a printing hello. So just you have to prepend like type of, and then it will print that type of that input. So here you can see like that is printing string. So this one is also done. Then next one is like create a 4 decimal pi representation that you can check it out, and that value is some 3.1415. So here you can see like I have added into the 4 format, and this one is marked it as done. Now coming back to booleans. So here you can see the like there is an exercise called combine the last few examples to create this output. So we need output like this one, like string, that we have to print string and number and boolean. So here you can see like we have a string, then it is number. So we have to add that type of, and it will print that. So let's add type of hello. It is printing string. So this one is covered. Now we have to cover that one. Type of one. Let's see. Type of one is also number. Now this one also we can add type of is equal to true. So this one also like we have covered that one. Now let's come back to arrays. So it is telling that you have to create an array of the first prime number. So that will be like 2, 3, 5, and then 7 and then 11, right? Yeah. So just we have to create a array of first five prime numbers. So just I have added all the prime number, first five number, and this is done. Let's come back to the objects. So here you can see like we have to use repeated keys to obtain the XML above as output. So our requirement is like we need to get that uh, expected output will be like this. So here you can see like titles we have added Titanic and okay. So we need to add title is equal to Titanic and author. So here you can add Titanic. Then again they need one more title, that is author. So here you can see like the uh, this one is converted to do the expected XML format. So that is fine. Now let's come back to that. These are the like exercises from the creating data. Now let's come back to the reading data. So uh, as you know, like single value selector. So we have to use dot, and index selector we have to like provide that number value like 0 or 1 something. Range selector you can provide 0 to 5, like you have to provide two number n to m. Then we have a multi-value selector, that is dot star. Then we have a descendant selector, that we have to use double dot. Okay, let's go back to exercises available in this one. Okay, the first one is like okay, we have to like given the input below string together selection to get to prod value. So we have to get that this value. Okay, so here you can see like we have to go with payload dot environment. So let me add environment. We are getting the value stage is equal to prod, but we need to get the value of prod. So we will add stage also. So here you can see like this one is also done. Okay, let's go to the next one, that is index selector. So here you can see like we have to select in the exercise we have to get the value of q. So we have to get this value. So here you can see like it has two arrays, like this one, this is 0 1 and this is 1th element. And in this one also here you can see like there are two elements. So this is the 0 element and this is 1th element. So in this way like we have to get the value of q. So first we have to go, get the value of payload, and then equal to 1, and then we have to get this value. So we have to add 0 also. So let's try it out. So here you can see like payload 0, it is printing 1, but we have to get the value of q. So we have to go with 1. Then in this one we have to get the first element, so it will be like 0. So this one is also done. Let's go to the next one, on the like range selector. So here you can see like use negative indexes to obtain the reverse order of the above input. So in the payload, if you see like we are getting like prod, QA and dev. Okay, so we have to the do the reverse. So we have to go with -1 and then to 0. So here you can see like dev, QA and prod. So in this way, like if you have to do the reversing, then you have to start with -1 to 0. Then let's come back to that multi-value selector. So in this exercise, like use the multi-value selector to get array of all title. So here you can see like in the movies you can see we have title 1, 2 and 3. So we have to get all these three titles. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve this one. Okay, so first, right, we have to write movies. Then if we add title, so it will print the very first one, if you have to print all the titles, then we have to use at star. So here you can see like we are getting all the title values. Let's come back to the next one, that is descendant selector. Okay, so here you can see like uh, this is the exercise, and we have to uh, obtain an array containing all the values associated with any name key in the following XML. So here you can see like how many names are there. This one, then in the locations also we have name. In the location one more name is there. So we have to print that Max the mule. This one, and this one. Let's try it out how we can achieve this one. So just you have to do like double dot and then name. So it will print all the values descendant selector like with name. Let's come back to the final challenge in the reading data. So here you can see like this is the input, okay, and we have to get that output is like this one. So first one is like descendant. So 1 to 3 we need to get it. Okay, so uh, let's try it out. Payload dot descendant, that we have to use this one. So this one is done. Multi-value. So multi-value, like if we go with uh, if we do like multiple times for id at payload level, then let's see dot star id. So it is printing 111. Now multi value second level. So first we have to go to the payload dot second level and multi values. So we have to start then id. So this one is done. Then the next one is multi value at third level. So payload dot, first we have to go with second level, then third level, not okay, and then we have to print all the IDs. That is also done. And then we have all the IDs we have to print. Okay, so let's see. Payload dot star ID. I have removed that one. So here you can see like it is printing all the IDs. We have used descendant and then we have used multiple ID. So it is combined all one. So this one is done. Now next one is like variable and logical operators. Let's go to that one. So first one is variable access. So this one is also like similar to the previous one. So they need multi-value second level. Okay, so what is the value needed? So we can go payload dot second level multi-value, right, dot id. Here also like same uh, third level. So first we have to go to the second level, then third level, then star id, right. This one is done. This is the similar challenge with previous one. Then we come to that logical operator. So here you can see like we have to use the operator to return if the name field of your input is max. So we have to check that if it is max, then you have to print as true. So we can go with equal operator and just we have to add that max. So it is giving like we got good job. Thank you. Let's go to the final challenge in the variable and logical operator. So here you can see like the challenge is let's read it out. The exercise below contains no input. Okay, there is no input. Instead, a data structure for you to work which is stored in the data variable. So we have some data variable. Use that variable to create an array that contains 3 items. Okay, The first item should be an array containing all the values associated with any name key in the data variable. Okay. The first item, it should be an array containing all of the values associated with any name. So basically they wanted like this one, this one. Okay. And the second item should contain the address found in the data variable. So in the second item we have to add this one. Okay. And the third and final item should be true when the address is outside of California. That is, if it is California, then it should be true. Otherwise, we have to print false. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, the very first condition. Okay, data dot name. It is printing all the names. Then we have to print the second item should be the contain the address. So locations. Okay, and then dot address, right? Okay, that we have printed. And then the third one is like we have to print if it is same as so data dot locations, then we get the first value, then state is equal to CA, right? So here you can see like we got the expected output. So yeah, we have done the final challenge in the variable and logical operator. Let's go to the flow control. Okay, the first one is like if else conditions. So here you can see like in the exercise include a new sale action. Okay, for our example, when the price exceeds 140. Okay, so here you can see like we have two uh, action, one is buy and one is hold. So we have to include one more action, that is sale, if it is price is exceeding 140. Okay, so we will add one more condition here. Okay, that is greater than 140, then it should be sale, and else if. So here you can see like it is done. So if payload or price is greater than 40, then action will be like sale, otherwise buy if it is less than 100, otherwise it will be on hold. This is done. Let's go to the next one, literal pattern matching. Okay, so use pattern matching to return light off when the status for the input below 0 and light on when the status is 1. Okay, so here you can see like pattern matching. Okay, so we have a status called 0 or 1. So we can do with go with this one like payload dot action. If it is matching, so we can use match, and then we can add condition like if it is 0. Okay, then it will be the output will be like light off. Okay, and if it is 1, then also, or we can go with else. Okay, that is light on. Okay, so when we added this condition, that time it is saying like light off, and in other condition it will be light on. This is done. Let's go with the final condition like the challenge. Okay, let's read it out what they are doing. Okay, So here you can see like we have a status is equal to okay. Okay, everything went well, then we have to showcase that, return the output as a status okay. If not, the result will contain something, then we have to like status is equal to failed. Okay, if everything went well, the result will contain this one. Okay, if not, the result will contain then this one. For the sake of the exercise, this will be available in the result variable, you can edit. So here you can see like message successfully proceed if status is okay. Okay, and output like please try again later. If this status is not okay, then we have to print please try again later. And your solution should be able to compensate both result types. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, so we have common message, okay, that we have added, and we can check like if result status is equal to okay, then we can add condition like request successfully processed, else that one like please try again later. So here you can see like we are getting that as status like request successfully processed. Okay, and this one is done, so we have to just you have to use if and else condition. Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next one like function. Okay, the first one is name function. Like we have to create a function called is odd num. Okay, that receive one parameter and return true if an odd number or false if not. You can use the mod function. So okay, and in the body of the odd num function, so you have to create a function called is odd num. Okay, so okay, let's create a function like fun. That name should be like is odd num, and we have to pass that number something. Okay, and then there is already we can use this one number mod 2. Okay, and we have to check this one like 21 value, so we can apply payload dot value. Okay, so here you can see like it returns the modulo. Okay, if it is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the function which we have created. If it is like when we are dividing with 2, and if it is we are getting 1, then it will be odd number. So we are checking this value like 21. So here you can see like is odd number, and we are passing that value payload dot value, that is 2021, that is the odd number, so it is giving that one. So this one is done. Let's go with lambdas. Okay, so here you can see like create and call a lambda function that does the same is odd num function from the previous example. The lambda should be receive one parameter and return true if the parameter is an odd number and false otherwise. So we have to use lambda. So here you can see like how we can use lambda. So here you can see like this is variable add or something. We will go with same, and then we will use odd num. Okay, and we have to pass only one variable, and then we have to use mod 2 equal to 1, right? Okay, and then we have to pass this one. It's odd num, and we have to pass payload dot value. And this one, so here you can see we got that expected output. So you can either go with lambda or function. You can create a similar function. Let's see, the next one is function as value. Okay. Here you can see like we have to filter the given array so that it contains only numbers that are greater than 3 using a lambda. Okay. Okay. So we have to create a function like um, that are greater than 3 using a lambda. So in the last one, we have created these functions. So let me, uh, we have to create a function. So maybe filter greater than 3. So filter this array. Okay. So here you can see like we are using the same thing like n mod 2, but we have to filter that is greater than 3. So just we will go and we will modify that if n value is greater than 3. Okay. So we are getting all the uh, numbers which is greater than 3. Okay. Now we will go with infix notations. So here you can see like we have to again filter that array that contain only number that are multiples of 5 using a lambda and with infix notations. Okay. That are multiples of 5. So we will go with this one like and then we have to check like multiple of 5, right? So item mode is equal to 5 is equal to 0. We will do this thing. So here we can see like we are getting the expected output. So just we are getting like we are dividing with 5, and if we are getting, then we are filtering those records. Okay, let's come back to that dollar, dollar, and triple dollar. So this is value index and something like that. So using the dollar syntax, filter the following array so it only contains users whose name starts with C. Name start with C. That means we need this value and this one. And you can use the starts with function that returns true or false depending on the whether the input string start with the matching prefix. Okay, let's see how we can do this one. So here you can see like payload starts with a that is giving false or something. So filter the following array. So we will use payload filter, and here we will add starts with capital C, right? So okay, so we have like item that name, right? So so here you can see like we got all the name which is starting from C. This one is done. Let's go with array. So the first one is like filter. So here you can see like the exercise is like think about the types required and use the commented functions to filter the movies arrays so that only movies with an odd name length make it through. Okay, so let me, yeah, so we have movies and we have named something, the Terminator, Titanic and Avatar. We have to uh, get that uh, only odd number length, I think. Yeah, so let's we will do that movies filter, then we will use that existing function that is odd num, and we have to pass that item. Okay, so here you can see like we are getting only that values that is Titanic. Let's go to the map one. So here you can see like let's change the output type completely in the above script and output this instead. Okay, so here you can see like if you remove this one, we have value called 1 2 3 4 5, and here you can see like we have to get that value 2 3 4 5 6, 2 3 4 5 6. That means we are increasing the value from 1, and we are printing index also, that is 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we will use map. Okay, and then we have two things, right? Value, that is item plus 1 we have to add. Okay, that is done. Then we have to add index, that is index. So here you can see like this is printed 2031 similar. So just you have to increment the value with the 1, and we got the expected output. Let's go to the next one, like distinct y. Okay, so in this exercise, like we have something like shopping list variable. You can concatenate two ID field into one unique value using the function plus plus. Okay, this would be your output without duplicate. Okay, 1 2 1 2 something. Okay, when distinct finds a duplicate, that is use the something. Okay, remove the duplicates from the shopping list variable. You can concatenate the two IDs. Okay, so here you can see like this value. This is coming twice, so we have to remove this one. So what we will do, like shopping list 10, we have to use distinct by, and here you can see like if we are going to use item dot order id plus plus item dot line id. Yeah. So here you can see like we are getting the same expected output like 1 2 1 2. So here you can see like 1 1 1 2 2 3 2 4. This one is coming twice, so that's why it got removed here. Let's come back to the group by. Group this calendar event based on the day of the week. Okay, Wednesday, Saturday, something is there. So we have to group by on the basis of the day of the week. Okay, so just you have to use item dot day of week, and we got the expected value like Wednesday. Here you can see all the Wednesday object, and here you can see Saturday and Sunday also. Let's come back to reduce. So this is the input. We are expecting this one like dev test UAT prod. Okay, dev test UAT prod, and we have to use which one? Reduce. So let me try. That is printing this one. Then we have to use reduce, and we have to use accumulator. Okay, in the accumulator we have to use like we can go with item dot name, item dot id, and then what is that? Name. Let me okay. Once again, item dot id. We have to use first name and then item dot id, and we have to use this one also, and so here you can see like initially we have put empty object and then we are appending that item dot name and item dot id. So here you can see like item dot name is Dave and id will be 1 and 2, 3, 4. So in this way you can achieve this one. The final challenge, let's go to that one. So the final challenge is like use the function you have just learned, like using this operator you have to use, and the concatenation function plus plus to work with the payload. So we have to use day of week field is included in each event, and only event organized by rows are shown. As an example, you can see like date and time is there. Okay, and value is converted to local date time. Okay, fine. And we have to like get all the data for rows, and the date decomposition used to obtain a day of the week from 1 to 7 and then map to the desired name. Okay, so first thing, like we can use these functions, like this will be like 2 week day, so we have to just provide that 2 week day and then it will print that Thursday and this thing. Okay, fine. We will be using this function, but first we have to print like payload dot filter, that name should be organizer should be like cross. Okay, and in the map mm, we have to add uh, day, right? That is, we can use this one and then we can pass date time. So here you can see like that day is added to and we have used the existing function which is written there 2 week there. So here you can see like first we have to filter out all the organizer is rows, and then we have added day. That's it. Let's go to the next one, like working with object. Okay, in the given the following object, remove all the key value pairs with secret related keys and false values. Okay, so we have to remove some of the values. Let's see what are the values we have to remove, like and false values. So we have to remove this one. And if we have secret key, secret password, question secret, so these are the four things which we have to remove from this object. And you can see in the static example the contains function working with a string which will be helpful. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, so we have payload, and then we will use filter object. First thing is like we have to use remove all key value pairs. Okay, is equal to false. The first condition is not false. Okay. We have to use this one. Okay, so this one is removed, and we have to remove the secret. Okay, so key as a string contains secret word, right? Mm, this one also we have to remove. So we got that name and last name. So we are using that negate function. So we have to remove all the false and the key which is starting from the secret. So we have removed that one. Let's come back to the map object. Uh, Here you can see let's combine what we have just learned, and we have also learned about arrays to transform all object in the following arrays. So their keys are lowercase and their values are uppercase. Okay. So we have to use payload. Then we have to use map object, right? Maybe we can copy this one, okay, from the existing one. So here you can see like we have to key we have to make lower, and for this one we have to make upper. Okay. um, Brackets are missing. Okay. uh, First name and okay, let's try it out again. So here you can see like we have payload, that is array. So we have to iterate that one. Okay, first that is done. Then we have item. Then we have to use a map object. Okay. Then we have something key, and then we have something value. Okay. We have to uh, print this one in lower format. Okay. Let's first try that one. So this one became lower, and then we have to make it upper for the value. Okay. So this one you can see like this one is done. So first you have to iterate all the arrays, and then this is object. So then you can use map object, and then you can use like convert the key into the lower and then value into the upper. Let's go to the pluck. Okay, so this is the input. Okay, given in the input flat representation of multiple product orders and their associated line items. Group the orders accordingly as exemplified and prepare them for processing. We want an array of arrays where each internal arrays contains the individual line items for particular order. Okay. That way we will be ready to iteratively scan the order array for orders and then going to do the same thing. So here you can see like order ID is 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. So here you can see like we are getting the value like 1. We have used group by. So all the values here you can see. So now from here you can use pluck, that is dollar. So here you can see like all the expected values. So it is picking all the values, not the key. If you are not using that pluck, so here you can see like 1 and 2 is there. But if you are using that pluck, so it will print only the values in array format. Thank you. Let's go to the last exercise of this one. That is like update the user data below. Username should be all lowercase and the street should be this one. So let's use that update. Then usernames should be all lowercase. Okay. So we have to use username dot case dot username, and then you have to use lower. So dollar, that is done. Then street should be this one. So where is the street? That is located under location, address, and street. Okay. So we will add one more. Uh, that is location, then address, then street. That one directly we can go and update this value. Right. Okay. So in this way, we have solved all the exercises uh, from the DataWeave online uh, playground, and you can subscribe the channel also. And also one more thing, all the answers which is already available in the GitHub link. If you click on this one, edit on GitHub, so you will get all the update. Like here you can see like answers. So answer will be available in this one transform.dwl. So here you can see you can see the same answers like payload.update, uname, and something lower we are doing, and then updating the street. So you can find all the answers here. So even if you go to the filter object and if you go to the transform.dwl, you can see the answers. Here you can see the same similar which we have written. Thank you. Thank you all. We will see in the next data tutorial. Thank you.